Hello, 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 hello. How are you? This is Els coming to you from Bemis Crafty Corner, and today we're going to make some stuff. Okay, so we're going to use some things that you know we don't use often enough. So we're going to use buttons. These flat ones, not the ones with the shank. If it's got a shank, we don't want that one. We want the flat ones. You know, the ones that you sew on and they're just laying on the fabric. Those are the ones we want. So we're going to use those. We're going to get out our little bits, boxes, and containers. We want little tiny pieces of lace and things. Yes, they're like clustering. We're clustering. If you have, these little pieces of applique, those are good for this. Whatever ones you got. And some textures. And then, if you want to add some paper flowers or little bees or anything like that, that type of stuff too. And we're going to get started on this, hot glue guns in hand. Let's do this. I'll be right back. I'm going to move a few things out of the way. We're going to get started at the beginning and we're going to work through this in steps. Okay. I'll be right back. All right. So first thing we're going to be doing is we're going to be working, with these. So let me grab my little itty bitty snippies. We're going to be working with these and our buttons, so that's what I have left out here. And these are flossing pieces. You use these to floss your teeth. They sell them at Joann's and stuff like that as needle threaders, but the truth is, they could smell a little minty if you just buy the teeth ones, and they're cheaper. They're about a third of the price. If you don't have these, just get a piece of thread, that's about 4 or 5 inches long, and you can just use that, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to pick a button, and this is good for any of these little, obviously, and then these little flag ones and stuff, or these fuzzy ones. That's what this little project is good for. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a piece of these. We're going to cut it. Now I'm going to use it. I'm going to double it. I'm going to do it twice through. So we're just going to cut it in half. And then I'm going to put the ends through. Put the ends through my little needle threader. And I'm going to put that through my button and then back up the other way, okay? Now, like I said, you could use one, layer or two. It's up to you, however you want to do it. But, I'm going to use two because I like this. And I want all the colors. I'm going to thread that back through in the other hole. Give it a pull. There we go. Put that down. And then I'm going to take this, and all I'm going to do is tie a bow, Just going to tie a little bow right here on the top of the button. Scary, right? One loop, two loop, make it a bow. Okay, and it doesn't have to be perfect, It could just be a mess. It doesn't matter. Okay, so I got that on there, and I'm going to do a couple of these. A little different each one. So let's do this one. Somewhere here there's an end. I know there is. Haha. Let's do... We'll do this little white one. Okay, so I'm going to thread the end through. And I'm going to go on a diagonal on this one because it's got a 4-hole. And again, I'm just going to tie like a bow. It doesn't have to be perfect. It doesn't have to be a bow. But I find that tying a bow right here puts as much of the texture on top of the button as possible. And I'm just going to do a couple of these, okay? I'm going to do, you know, maybe one more. We'll do one more. Here's a cute little purple one. I'm going to use this. And I really like this color. So I'm going to do it doubled. And this just helps get it through. Okay. Put that in the button bin because I lose those. And again, I'm just going to tie a knot and then make a bow. Okay. This one's so easy. You don't even have to make good bows. Okay, I know. Bows are an issue for some people. You know, I get it. We just want to get it tied around there, you know, and like have a tail and some loops, and we just want like to really bulk this up right on top of the button. Okay, so now I have those. I'm going to get this out of the way and I'll be back and we're going to walk through the next part. Be right back. Alright, so for the next part of this, I got the hot glue gun out. And I have my little non-stick silicone mat here. And we're going to kind of get started. And what we're going to be doing is basically we're building clusters here, but we're using the buttons and the fiber. And I have these. And these are supposed to be 2-part butterflies, but they come apart. The glue on these is not very good. So, I usually re-glue them. This is just a little silicone spatula. Makes my life easier, what can I say? Okay. Alright. And then all I'm going to do is just kind of decide, you know, where is my button? Where should my button live? Kind of like this one here. So I'm just going to put a little bit of, now I could put a piece of paper behind this if I want to, like a circle. Entirely up to me. I do like this one on here because it's different, you know. Let's see this one. Well, that one might be cute too. I think that's too much. I think this one's better. Okay. And the best part of this is because it's a button and it's got holes, the hot glue is actually going to glue your bow so that it stays. Let me do this one on the heart. that on. Press down. All right, I'm gonna let these cool a little bit. And so I'm gonna move them over. Now, you could use other things if you wanted to. You could take any one of these, if you want it, and you could add an additional layer onto the back of it, just like that. I don't kind of like that one, but you know, you get the idea. Oh, I do like that though. Okay. So I'm going to put a little bit of this on here. And I'm going to put this on here. Just like that. Alright, so I'm going to go mess with these, the other ones that I've already done. And I'm going to get a few of these done, and then I'll be back to show you what it looks like. I'll be right back. Alright, let's take a look. So this is the one we did, where we used the little flag piece. And as you can see, let's see if we can get that to come into focus. Let's see if we can get them all to come into focus one at a time here. So this one is done on a little piece of applique, and then I added this like glittery stuff on the back. And because it's all open, I had to use a piece of paper on the back of this one, and then there's our button with our little bow. And then this one, which we did on the lace over burlap, and there's our button with our little bow there. And then I just added a couple of paper flowers to this one, and then there's this one. Remember we did this little one and we put it on this little silver thing, and then I added it onto this, and I didn't put anything behind this because it's pretty solid. And then these are the ones that I did, you know, my test pieces. I really kind of like this one. This one I did not tie a bow. I just put this on a piece of muslin, and I put some gold thread through there, about 5 or 6 layers of it, and then I just snipped it off at about 1 inch. So you can still see the button. So I'm going to get really good pictures of these. They'll, of course, be at the end of the video. And I hope you give this one a try. You know, it's kind of fun. It's a way to use some things that we have around that we may not always use. And, you know, you can make some pretty little embellishments. So that's it. That's all I have for you today. If you want to know what's going on in my life, check out the community tab here on my YouTube channel, or join my Facebook group, because there's a list over there as well. Gives you all the who, what, when, why, where, when, you know, hows, all that stuff of what's going on, what I got coming up, any free classes and things like that. But until I see you again, stay well, my friends. Bye-bye.